we have our own little walking path. Crossing the Delaware Bridge. I am about to enter New Jersey. It's very loud. Delaware River! I'll pick it back up in a minute. So I literally just crossed into New Jersey. I took a picture, but I didn't think to do video. Anyway, it's busy and it's loud. But I have my rock. I'm doing my part. I picked up a rock in Pennsylvania, and I will bring it back to New Jersey, where it belongs. Well, that's lore, right? It's Pennsylvania lore. A trail angel was explaining to Pep that really all the rocks that we complain about in Pennsylvania came from New Jersey. And if thru hikers would just do their part and bring one rock back to New Jersey, eventually they'd be back where they belong. I think it's so silly. But I'm going to do my part. Except I'm not sure where I'm supposed to put this rock. And it looks like other thru hikers have done it. So I'm going to add mine to the pile. There we go. Now I've done my part. Rocks have been returned to New Jersey. And now I go down that way. All right.
Oh, it's just Wilson and I hanging out at 1,300 miles. Only 897.4 to go.
I do believe I have now seen my second rattlesnake. Yeah, there's a little rattle at the end, but not rattling, so I didn't upset him. That's good. That makes me happy. But it's funny because I was looking straight down at the ground and going slightly uphill, not really hard. I just got finished actually with going uphill, so I was kind of just still in the marching mode. And right there, like right there. Oops, sorry, I looked down because I also just pulled a stupid tick off me, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all the enemies of the trail are right here in front of me. I got the tick in my finger. We'll deal with him later. He just jumped on me. And now I gotta fly. Gosh, you stood still. It never ends. Anyway, I'm just so grateful I didn't step on him because, honest to God, didn't see him till I was walking past him. Thank you, Jesus. All right, big feller. Or big girl. Have a good day. Yeah, you're better off not on the trail. I know it's a hot one. Okie doke. So, as you know, today was 99 degrees out with a real feel of 104. So, I made my way to the AMC Mohican Outdoor Center, where I neglected to mention that I am an AMC member and could have gotten a discount, and they don't do retro. So, oh well, I should have known better. But I wanted to show you the place because it's very cool. And I got a bunk here, and I'll show you that too. Anyway, they have a little store, right? So cute little things for my granddaughter or my grandsons too. They would love this stuff. Some meals, some ice cream, but I'm too picky to pick one. All kinds of stuff, like, you know, if you needed massage ball, you know, if you needed little things. Some baked goods, some coffee, some drinks, some bars, and some candy. Anyway, all kinds of things, right? They even have this skirt, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna stick with my two large shorts for now. Anyway, kind of cool in here, right? Cool. Then they have this like hiker lounge type of thing. Very cool games. Maybe in the winter they do that, huh? Not on 90-degree days. And there's Hey You, taking advantage. So in here, and actually, I flew right by the menu because guess what? They have food. I had a, what do they call it? The breakfast platter. But anyway, sandwiches, breakfast all day kind of thing. Love that. All the baked goods, cookies, whatever, bagels. They open at 7, but said that someone's always here at 6:30. So, like, as a hiker, I want to get out wicked early. Maybe they would make me breakfast as early as 6:30. So that's in there. I'm gonna turn you off and show you the bunk in a minute. Okay, so now I will show you the bunkhouse. It's a super cute little porch with some chairs. And we go inside. Oops, I didn't trip over the threshold. Okay, so this is the bunk room I chose. It is not full. I think it might just be Walkabout and I, which we can have our own whole room. But this is the bed I'm choosing. And we got a fan. Because I don't have a roommate, I am taking advantage of this bed and getting everything ready because I am gonna hit the road so fast tomorrow. And then you can see there's just a bunch of bunk rooms. I did notice that this one had just 2 bunks if you wanted something a little more private. And this one, oh yeah, this one just has 2 also. Just smaller rooms. But anyway, they've got a bunch of bathrooms, which is great because, of course, if all these bunk rooms are full, right? And you can see, like, they supply, that's shampoo and body wash, but no towels. So, like, I think this is kind of set up for people who drive their car here and then bring their own stuff. I had to fight with my hair and get, you know, all the snarls out without, and then this is the kitchen. And then, because see, if people came here in their cars, they could bring a ton of food and they could make it here. Unlike us. And there's another bathroom. I'm not going to turn on all the lights. You get the idea. Bunch of bunk rooms. Yeah, they could really house a bunch of people here. I don't know why it's so quiet. It's kind of funny. And Walkabout is washing his... What do we what do we call this? The mattress pad. Yeah. Eeks. Well, at least you have a space to clean it now, right? This is the beauty of getting a bunkhouse sometimes. All right, so now we have the picnic tables and a little lounge area. See, super cute. Yeah. And then let me see if we go. Let me show you. So see, here's a parking lot to prove that people bring their cars normally. But if you go that way and follow the road, it's about, I don't know, 0.2.5, 0.3. You're going to see they rent kayaks. And you'll also see, at the end, they have like, I think it's like private little cabins you can rent. But also, that's where the little swimming hole is. And I did make a video, so you'll see it is literally a little swimming hole. So anyway, that is my little place. Oh, and you know what? They did tell us it had AC. I'm not convinced. We're gonna see if the thermostat gives us AC. Meanwhile, we got these fans everywhere. Maybe that's what they think AC is. I don't know. But anyway, this is it. This is it. And now it's time for me to make some dinner. Okay. Bye-bye. Great little swimming hole. Can't wait to jump in. Well, good evening. And here is the update for day 85. Oh my gosh. 85 days. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, you know what? I almost didn't know what today was going to bring. Weather forecast, 99 with a real feel of 104. And I'm out there climbing mountains. Jupiter and Pep decided to take a 0. First of all, they could use one. They do way higher miles than me, okay? But then they'll do a 0, and so, you know, it kind of evens itself out. I do less miles, and then I don't take a 0. I take a Nero, like I took a Nero yesterday, and as it turns out, I took a Nero today. So when I was it's because the thing is, right, shelters, tent space, camp space, water source. I mean, you have to look at all of it, right? Am I staying at a shelter? Well, then it's going to have a water source most likely. A tent space or a camp space, where's the water source, right? We've talked about this. So and if it's really, really oppressively hot, how far am I really going to get? And how far am I going to carry water before I get there? Oh my gosh, so much to think about. So I looked at it so much last night. Finally decided, first plan, there was a tent site at 10 miles-ish that looked good, had good reviews, whatever. And there was a water source 1 mile behind. I thought, you know what? By the water source, I will know how I'm feeling. I will carry enough water for 1 mile, get me to that tent site. And if it's truly that oppressive, I'll stop. Well, while I was getting ready, one of the gals that I didn't know had talked last night about reaching out to this Mohican Outdoor Center. Now, if you go online, I saw a campsite, and I think now it's a group campsite. Like if you bring in a large group, it's $66 a night. But I'm going, $66 for a tent site? I'm not paying that. Well, she had reached out to them and was communicating with them, and no one was saying how much it was, but they were saying like, oh no, we have this, we have this, we have this. And she goes, yes, but how much? Well, it turns out a walk-in tent site is $15. But again, it was supposed to be high 80s with a real feel in the 90s all night. I need a good night's sleep. I have not had one. I need one. So I ended up booking a room here. It's the Black Oak Bunkhouse. They did say there was air conditioning. There ain't air conditioning. So we have fans, though. I will have that fan blowing straight on me. Anyway, so we learned about these $15 camp tent sites, and I thought, you know what? That's where I'm going to go. It was 11 miles. They'd have the water, right? And they had food. And okay, I admit, they got me with they have ice cream. So anyway, all that to say this. I planned to come here unless I was doing phenomenally, and then I would move on. No, there weren't that many climbs. The climbs they weren't steep. They weren't bad, but they were climbs. And there was some rocks, okay? I did hear, remember I told you there was going to be some rocks in New Jersey, a little overflow, a little spillover from Pennsylvania. So there were rocks. Not bad at all. And if I'm I'm into New Jersey, I'm probably 8 miles in. I was told 7. They should be coming to a close. Maybe they're just normal rocks now, right? Anyway, okay. So I got here and I was ready. I was done. I was like, I'm so warm right now. I did not realize how thirsty I was. I sucked down like 2 20-ounce bottles upon arrival of water. And then I had this big breakfast. You'll see it. I got a picture of it. Anyway, ordered a breakfast, got the water, went and sat down in air conditioning,
and then started to feel much better. Booked the bunk. Also, I am an AMC member, and I forgot. I already talked about this in the early video. I forgot to use my membership discount. So frustrating. But anyway, okay. So, the only thing about this place, so I paid $50. If you remember, I think it's $45. There's no Wi-Fi in the bunk place, but I showed you the video. It's really nice. They have a lot, but no Wi-Fi in here. So if you want to use Wi-Fi, you got to do it over in the lounge area, right? But they do the outlets. Okay. That's just one thing to know. What else? Anyway, they have spigots outside for water. I did the video tour, right? I told you about it. You don't need to hear me recap that. I will say it's a nice place. I just really wish it did have the air conditioning that they told me they had. I don't know. I'm not going to go on about it. But I forgot that the big news of the day, I saw another rattlesnake. But here's where it was weird. So I'm walking, and I had just done a climb, and I was kind of like marching up the climb, slow and steady, not trying to overheat myself, you know. And it flattened out, and I continued with that marching cadence just for a few steps, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, it was this massive rattlesnake, and I'm walking right by it, like just walking right by it, like it wasn't even there. I'm like, oh my God, and now, oh, I'm gonna scare it. No, oh, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. Like, you have not seen enough deer, right? Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, honey. How are you? Okay, you keep going. Yeah, like you have not seen enough deer with me, right? Oh my gosh. Don't you just love the wilderness? Okay, so the rattlesnake is just in there. And you know what? I'm like, oh my gosh, like, thank God I didn't step on him. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm just going to slither over here. No rattle. I didn't bother him. He wasn't upset. He just like, yeah, I'll go over here now. Trail's getting kind of crowded over here. I don't know why. Unbelievable. But, yeah. So, the ice cream options, they have some scoopable ice cream, limited 2 flavors. I didn't like them. All right, didn't care for those 2 flavors. And then they had like that prepackaged stuff that nothing appealed to me. So that's okay. I'm getting plenty of ice cream on this trail. But I did have a nice breakfast, and I had I ate dinner out of my pack because I have to lighten that load. I have like 5 days, and I won't need it. So hoping to get into Vernon. I think Vernon's the next one. But that's me getting ahead of myself and babbling on and taking too much time. I'm trying to think. It was a very uneventful... Oh, well, we did take our rock. We crossed into New Jersey today. We did 1,300 miles today. My gosh, there was a lot to talk about. I took my rock from Pennsylvania and brought it back to New Jersey, right, where it belongs, according to that trail angel. And I crossed into New Jersey, and I made 1,300 miles today. And saw a rattlesnake. So there it is. There's the recap on the day. And now I am just babbling. So I'm going to let you go. If I think of anything that I've forgotten, I will update you probably tomorrow. So have a great night.